We have our context. Was the last one for JavaScript context, and so you see what context is. It makes the whole system runs together, and so runs within the context. You can make new functions. So I made a function called do. So this function called do will console log this. So therefore, as we go down, we make a function named foo, which is window.foo, run within the console. So we made a variable name. We then make a variable name object. So pretty much obj. And then inside this variable, we then bring down the foo function, and then we inside that function it will console log this is equivalent to window, meaning it'll show in the console itself on the web page um, true or false. Actually, it will bring up true if it's like not window, and false. I mean true if it is window, and false if it's not window. So therefore, if it wasn't window, all I would have to do is just cut this out, and therefore it would not make a call to window without the call method. So therefore, that is the context, and that was the last one. All right, now let's go to what I promised. All right, the web is made of HTML. Everything that is made for the web user uses one fundamental technology, HTML. The first step to becoming a developer is understanding how HTML works and interacts with other technologies. Eventually, we'll build on this understanding by adding CSS, JavaScript, and finally Ruby. So, what is HTML? HTML, hypertext markup language, is the basic language that websites are built in. Is right underneath the surface of everything you see on the web and you can uncover it with a couple of quick steps. Try this: open a new browser, window tab, or go to flatironshighschools.com. Right click anywhere in the browser and then view page source. Behold the HTML. That might look a little overwhelming right now, but don't worry, it will get clearer as we go on. All you need to pay attention to right now is the fact we can use HTML to create the essential structure of all of our web pages. We mentioned above that HTML is a markup language. That means it tells the browser that how to display information. For example, it says when a piece of text is a paragraph or a link. Later, we'll also meet a styling language and then a programming language. They all do something slightly different with data, but they also work together to make the web. Think about it this way. If our web page is a robot, the HTML is the metal body. CSS is the coating of paint on top of the body, and JavaScript is what makes the robot limbs move. Different technologies, but we need them all to make fully dynamic websites and web apps. Now that we've introduced HTML, let's dig into it a little more and see how it actually works in the next lesson. All right, go on and press done. All right, getting started. HTML is the language of the web. So as a user of the web, it's the language you have spent the majority of the time with, whether you knew it or not. Now we're going to take a closer look at how it works. What we'll cover: the parts and functions of an HTML tag, using opening and closing tag, HTML tag, how to structure an HTML document. Anatomy of an HTML tag. The fundamental building block of HTML is a tag. Tags allow web developers to tell things to the browser like make this a text header or include this image. Tags also all follow the same format like this: tag dash text. It's just some text wrapped. It's just some text wrapped in and characters and less than and greater than characters, pretty much. And it says the most basic tag is the break tag. That's the BR. This is represented represented in HTML as BR and tells the browser to create a new line. Over the next few lessons, we are going to create simple profile page for a brand new Flatiron student. Therefore, you got the break. There we go. All right. Go ahead and add more BR tags and see what happens. So therefore, I was supposed to put BR here. Like just say I put BR here, and therefore it would be down here. Boom. Opening and closing tag. While the break tag is very useful, the first thing we really need for our profile page is a header. Good news, there's a tag for that. It's the H1 tag. This will make the text larger and bolder and make it the most clearly important text on the page. Obviously, we don't want all of our text as a header. To tell the browser which text should be a header and which shouldn't, we use closing tags. Closing tags are just exactly the same as tags you've seen before, but prefixed with the slash. The closing tag for H1 would be /H1. Take a look at this in action. It said active. You see that? That's such. Oh my god. All right. Any text you put between H1 will be a header. Great, right? Therefore, profile, header. Most HTML tags work just like this. Opening tag, which states what kind of tag we're using, the text we want the tag to be applied to. Closing tag, which makes sure the tag is limited to a certain piece of text. So when we talk about what kind of tag we're using, what are our options? How many HTML tags are there? There are a lot. Another use, for example, is the paragraph tag, which is represented with the P tag. The paragraph tag tells the browser the text in between it is a paragraph and puts two new lines above and below the text. So paragraph tag. There we go. All right. When we've put all these pieces together, opening tag, content, closing tag, we now have a larger piece we call an HTML element. Document structure. I guess you're just pretty much reading all through. While most of writing HTML is writing tags like the ones above, there are some special tags that tell the browser about what's coming up. These are tags that are never seen by users, but the browsers uses them to understand the external resources your web page needs. Here is a full example of a web page. Got your body, everything, header. You'll notice that the web page looks identical to one above. If you look at the code, you will see 3 tags: HTML, head, and body. You might have spotted these tags in the last lesson. When we looked under the surface of Flatiron School and peeked at the HTML underneath, that's because these 3 tags are in every single web page. Here's what they do. The HTML tag tells the browser, hey, contained in here is a bunch of HTML code. The head tag we don't really use just yet, but it will contain our references to outside bits of code such as CSS and JavaScript. The body tag tells the browser, contained in here is the stuff I actually want to show the user. In many future examples, we will omit these HTML body and head tags due to brevity. Be sure to remember them when you create your own website though. Summary. Congratulations. You know how we build HTML. All HTML tags uses tags, and most tags come in pairs of an opening and closing tag. There are a lot of existing HTML tags we can use to display text on web pages, such as H1 and P paragraph. A set of HTML tags with enclosed content is an HTML element. We use the HTML head and body tags to define our overall HTML document structure. The key terms to review: HTML tag, HTML element. It says resources. What's next? All right, now we're rolling with HTML. Let's add something more interesting. Go to the next lesson to see how can we start pulling images into our web page. All right, so I'm going to do this one, start on this one tomorrow. So therefore, yeah, I already learned this. So yeah, it's going to be good to learn again. And yeah, I might even view it full screen. Let's see. Full screen look pretty tight. Looks good. All right. Yeah. So thank you very much. And I'm going to go.